Hello everybody and welcome to Woldingham School, where I have 5 of our wonderful upper 6th students here, all from Hong Kong today, and they are going to talk about their university applications, what they're going to be studying, where they're going to be going, and how they made some of those crucial decisions. Okay, so let's go around the table and find out what you are all going to be studying next year. So Tiffany?
I'm going to be studying biology at Oxford or Imperial.
Okay, great. Stephanie?
I'm going to study law in either Warwick or back in Hong Kong.
Okay, great. Ellen?
I'm going to Paris College of Art in Paris, and I'm going to be studying art.
Okay, lovely. Gladys?
I'm going to be studying engineering in either Imperial or University of Surrey.
Okay, and Vivian?
I'm going to be studying psychology at Bath or Durham next year.
Okay, right, great. So we've got a wide range of subjects here, wide range of universities, mainly in the UK but not entirely. So what I'd like to really think about is why you made those decisions. So why did you choose that course, if that was a big question for you, or why you chose those particular universities? Anybody want to start us off? Tiffany. Tiffany, I know you want to tell us really.
I chose biology because I really like it, and it's a pretty broad. The course is pretty broad, so you can kind of choose the parts of biology that you enjoy and you want to specialize in. So it kind of gives you time to kind of figure out which parts of biology you like more specifically. Okay,
and why Oxford rather than Cambridge or anywhere else?
I just I like Oxford better than Cambridge. I visited both places, and yeah, I just like the vibes in Oxford more.
And how was the website?
Yeah, I found the Cambridge one slightly more confusing than the Oxford one, and it might have encouraged me to apply to Oxford.
Okay, there we are. Well, the modern generation influenced by the website. Okay, jolly good. Now, Stephanie, you're still trying to make up your mind about Warwick or back in Hong Kong. So that's kind of an interesting decision for you. Why are you thinking possibly the UK, possibly Hong Kong?
Because I'm studying law. Law is a different subject compared to others. Because if you want to qualify to be a lawyer, you need to study certain type of law, but in UK you need to do a conversion because there is a set amount of law you need to study to qualify for the test. So if I study in Hong Kong, I will easily get a qualification and get a place for the test, but in UK it might not necessarily be. You need to get a second 1, 2-1 or a first honour to get a place.
Okay, so Ellen, you were thinking very globally, weren't you? You considered places all around the world. So
yeah,
how did you end up in Paris?
Well, I was looking at American universities because you didn't have to specialize in your first year. You could choose an undetermined minor or major and then go on from there. So I chose Paris College of Art because it was an American university. I went to a study abroad fair, which was in London, and I met some people there who were graduates and alumni from that university. And then they highly recommended it because it was in a different environment, but it was taught in English. It was a small university. It had really good facilities. I just really liked the small community and that it was in the center of a really creative environment, which was everything that I wanted. So. Okay,
yeah, brilliant, fantastic. So I think we all feel very envious. This opportunity to go and study in Paris for 3 years would be marvellous.
4 years.
4 years,
yeah.
impressive.
4 years.
4 years, okay.
Hopefully
so
I'll be fluent by then.
Yeah, fluent in, yeah, exactly. You will be trilingual at least. Great, so Gladys, 4 years in London, is that what's awaiting you? So talk to me about why Imperial.
At first I just choose Imperial for its ranking because it's really high up in the chart, and it's usually either third or second. And
third or second
place
in the UK.
in the UK.
Yeah, and globally,
Globally,
again,
it should be like
it's
7.
incredibly
Yes.
highly ranked.
As
yeah.
well. But after I've been to the Imperial Open Day and also the interview day, I find out more about Imperial, especially their dormitory and facilities, and I really just
Be honest with us here, Gladys.
I prefer Imperial's dormitory than any other universities, and I think accommodation is really important because I'll have to live in there for at least 3 to 4 years, and if it's not a good place for me to live, then obviously I won't do good academically as well. So yes, I basically choose Imperial for its ranking and accommodation.
Okay, right, and that's really important, isn't it? That actually you've got to be incredibly happy where you're going to be studying for the next 3-4 years. And if it's not right for you, and that includes the the very basic things where you're going to be actually situated for those 3-4 years, that's it's not going to work out so well.
Yeah.
So something similar for you, Vivian, then, but you really didn't want to be in London.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I think I prefer campus universities more because I don't really like the fast pace in cities. So all my universities are campus university.
Okay, and you've settled on Bath as your firm
Yeah.
choice, and what was it about Bath or about the course that you particularly liked?
One thing about the course is that there is a placement year. They
Okay.
offer a placement year, which is not every university have that for psychology. And I think a placement year in third year will really help you to decide whether you or not you want to continue to get training and to become a psychologist or not. And you can also try the different fields in psychology and have a taste of what the experience would be like. So yeah.
Okay, brilliant. That's very interesting. Good. So looking back now, you've got your offers in the bag. What advice would you be giving to students who haven't started the university application process yet? Vivian?
I think if you have decided what you want to study, for example, for me it's psychology, I think it really worth it to spend some time to read some books because it will really open your eyes and it will help you to start to think about some questions or some controversy that there may be in that field. For example, like in psychology, I read a book, it's about psychosis, and that book really helped me to think more deeply about the subject.
Okay, so this is reading beyond what you would be expected
Yeah.
to do for A-level. Okay, great. Yes, okay, music to my ears. We've got lots of lovely books here that people can borrow. Anyone else for some advice? Stephanie, what would you say?
I would advise do everything early. Despite the basic thing you need to do for the university application, do it earlier. For example, the personal statement, finish it and let the teachers read it, reread it, and you can amend and adjust the flaws in your personal statement. Also, for example, for law, you need to set for LNAT and you need a lot of time to prepare it and you have interviews. So finishing your university application earlier allows you more time to do extra stuff that you may need for your interviews.
Right, yeah. So the LNAT, the law admissions test, does take a bit of preparation. Tiffany, you were lucky you didn't have any admissions tests for Oxford.
Yeah, but I still had to do the IELTS and you should probably do it earlier because if you have to retake it or something, then I didn't have to retake it personally, but like if you have to, it might be annoying to have to do it like during your exams or something.
It is.
Okay, great. Gladys, any advice?
As I've said, accommodation is very important. So I would advise them to visit the university before actually confirming your choice because Imperial wasn't my first choice at the beginning. But after I've looked at those accommodations and the location of the university and maybe the community inside that university, I choose Imperial because yeah, I think it's the best among all my choices.
Okay, great. Ellen?
I would say don't waste your holidays. Experiment and then, you know, go get an internship somewhere, shadow someone. It helps a lot with deciding what you want to study. I mean, right now I don't have to decide, but it helps having an insight into something that you possibly want to pursue as a career.
Okay, great. Well, thank you ever so much, everybody. Really, really useful advice. And we all wish you the very best in your time at university, and keep in touch and let us know. We want to hear about your sparkling careers in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.